initially when I talked with Brooke about the project, one thing we were really keen on was that we didn't want to turn it into a tourist walk.
We really started in a very practical way from the same book, from two different chapters of the same book, one in Kensington and one in Chelsea, and simply developed what our own imagination led us to.
One of my initial thoughts was that we wanted to do something that related to their sort of aesthetic thinking, what the painters wanted to achieve in their art, and how much that could be transformed to the actual performance of it. So this idea of doing something slightly sort of impressionistic in a way.
It was important to make both the voices of the artists and the voices of the time come alive, and also to investigate it in a large extent through female characters.
We start with Christina. She says a bit about her lover, which she's lost.
Do not accuse me of love, she said to him on that good night.
And we have a kind of an argument between me and Oscar. Well, not really an argument, more like a debate, just because I want him to tell the truth about life, and he wants to lie and live in a fantasy world.
If you passing meet me and desire to speak to me, why should you not speak to me? And why should I not speak to you?
Oh, Christina, why speak when we can lie? Well, I've done performances outside before, but none on the street.
You just have to engage them, really look at them, make sure they come with you, and be really forward.
She was a matriarch. She believed in very Christian values, but she had quite an interesting life.
Are we all just arrangements in black and gray? My son sacrificed his common sense for this thing called art.
You have to have a real sense of all of these characters, where they were historically, so that you can abstract that and make this kind of dramatic, impressionistic scene with the right tone, the right language.
Not be mocked by my brother's whore, nor would I have you mock his memory!
I was not your brother's whore, dear.
I encountered Jenny, who was a prostitute which my brother was involved with. He wrote a poem called Jenny, and that's kind of where the figures come from. No one knows much about her.
You have not even the dignity of art. But I remember him. Remember him even as he's gone away. Gone to a faraway land.
And then we move on to the Carlisle statue, which is where Whistler's mother is standing.
Now, we have not told you a story today. We have done as my son would have done. We have sketched in words. We've given an impression in sight and sound for your interpretation. So thank you. Thank you, everyone. And now, come, please come and accept our hospitality. Oscar, it seems, has an appointment with his great-great-nephew.
I was really interested in this idea of performance that kind of links the history of the area, the history of the artists working in this area, to the present day. And I think I was she saw me as the kind of link, joining the historical part to the present day. And I like sort of engaging with people and talking about the work. So it was a really great opportunity for me.
The act of really researching something and watching it come alive, just watching it in the hands of a director, in the mouths and the bodies of an actor, is an amazing experience. It's like nothing I've ever experienced before. And that was the most enjoyable, was taking the skills that you have and creating something entirely new. And just seeing the joy that people get from it as well. I mean, there's been so much positive reaction that, that it's just lovely to be able to bring that to people.